Now at 5 a.m. on WKYT this morning, breaking news in Lexington. A man has been injured after a car has crashed into a drugstore. We'll have more coming up in a live report.
A mother was arrested in Lexington after police says she passed out from either drugs or alcohol with her children in her car.
And a stay allowing the Rowan County clerk not to issue marriage licenses is set to expire today.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning to you and welcome in. We hope you had a great weekend. Here we are on the very last day of August. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Rebecca Smith. Ironic that it's actually gotten warmer as we go into September.
And Will, as we head into the next several days, it looks like summer gets here late. Go figure. Here's meteorologist Micah Harris. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. Yeah, we're looking outside and we're not seeing much go on right now. We look back toward the east and southeast and there are the remnants of what was Tropical Storm Erica. Now, last week, if this rolled up the East Coast, boy, it would have brought us some really cool air. And it just kind of fizzled away. So there's really not much to it. You're getting some rain off toward the East Coast. But for us, all it's going to do is pump in a little bit more moisture into our viewing area. We're in the 60s right now. It's not like last week, I can tell you that. But it's still pretty pleasant outside. It's not all that bad. 85 degrees, pretty much where we have been the past couple of days, this past weekend. Just carries on to the start of the work week. But it gets warmer. Do we see the 90s in our forecast? Well, I'll have that coming up in a few minutes.
Okay, see you then. Thank you.
Let's first go to a breaking news alert in Lexington. A man was injured in a strange accident in town.
It happened a couple of hours ago. Someone drove a car into the Rite Aid on West Loudon Avenue. That's caused quite a bit of damage, a lot of commotion, and WKYT's Mark Barber is joining us from the scene of the wreck there.
Mark, how was this man injured?
Good morning, Bill and Rebecca. Firefighters say first, the car slammed into the utility pole that you see lying on the ground beside that road construction site behind me. Then investigators say that the car actually hit a man who was sitting outside the Rite Aid. Then the car actually slammed into the side of the drugstore. You can see that the car actually punched right into the building there. They say that the hood actually got inside of the building and it didn't come to a stop until it got all the way up to the windshield. Now the crash here happened around 3 a.m. There's still a large gaping hole in the Rite Aid here at the intersection of Loudon Avenue and North Broadway. Police think there were 2 people in the car and the driver took off after the wreck. Investigators don't know who the driver is or where she is. Officers tell us the man that owns the car was not hurt. Investigators say his story is that he let a woman that he just met at a party drive his car, and she was the one who hit the man who was sitting outside this Rite Aid.
The bystander did get transported to the hospital just as a precaution to be checked out, but he did not appear to have serious injuries.
Now this morning, firefighters say they're trying to figure out if this crash caused serious structural damage to this building or whether it will be able to open later today. As for the utility pole that you saw lying on the road here, Kentucky utility crews have been out here this morning. They say they do not think that there's going to be any large power outages due to this. They think it was just one broken street lamp. Live in Lexington, Mark Barber, WKYT.
All right, thanks so much, Mark. New this morning, a mother will face charges in Lexington after passing out in her truck with her children. Police arrested the woman at Maywick Drive and Appomattox Road around 1:15 in the morning. They say the woman is now in the hospital. Officers tell us she will be charged with DUI and wanton endangerment when she's released. The children's grandmother is now caring for an 11-month-old and 21-month-old. A fire in Lincoln County destroyed an empty home overnight in Stanford. Firefighters tell us the fire started around 11 last night at a house on Maxwell Street. They're still not sure what started the fire. We're told the flames were so strong at one point they burned the siding on the home next door. Crews tell us no one was hurt.
Family members say she was always happy and outgoing, and we're learning more about the woman who died in a weekend crash in Garrett County. The Garrett County coroner tells us 51-year-old Terry Carmack was riding down Highway 1295 Saturday when witnesses say a bird hit her and caused her to lose control. Carmack, we're told, went over a 60-foot embankment, and she died at the scene.
She could make friends very easily. She was a grandmother. She had 5 grandchildren that she loved more than life. She really enjoyed riding her motorcycle. You know, she was just a really outgoing, fun, happy person.
The Fox Funeral Home in Stanford is handling her funeral arrangements. Visitation will be Wednesday from 5 until 7. There will also be a public memorial service for Carmack following the visitation. 5:05 now on WKYT. And happening today, a stay allowing Rowan County Clerk Kim Davis not to issue marriage licenses is set to expire.
And this comes just as the Rowan County Attorney's Office referred a charge of official misconduct against Davis. WKYT's Hillary Thornton's at our live desk with the latest on the case. Good morning, Hillary.
Good morning, Rebecca and Bill. Today is the day a temporary stay issued by U.S. District Court Judge David Bunning is scheduled to expire. That comes as a transgender man and his wife claim Davis issued them a marriage license back in February. The couple was at a rally outside of the Rowan County Courthouse on Saturday where they made their story public. The clerk's office was scheduled to be open at the time but ended up closing. Cameron Colin, who is a transgender, and his wife Alexis say Davis's office provided the license February 26th without asking for Cameron's birth certificate. The birth certificate identifies Cameron as female. The family says they had some hesitation about coming forward with their claim, however could not sit by as others in their community were denied licenses. As for that temporary stay issued by Judge Bunning, the ruling was already made last week with the judge ordering Davis to start issuing licenses. However, her attorneys say the stay remained in place until the 31st, which is today. We have not received clarification as to if that means it actually ends today or if it lasts through today, expiring at midnight. On Friday, Davis did file an emergency application with the United States Supreme Court asking a justice to review her appeal. Now we plan on being at the clerk's office when it is scheduled to open this morning. We will keep you updated on what happens throughout the day. At the live desk, Hillary Thornton, WKYT.
Well, new this morning, a Pulaski County man was arrested following a standoff with police this weekend. According to the Commonwealth Journal, Somerset police were responding to a call about a chemical spill when they found 37-year-old Herbert Duggar Jr. barricaded in an apartment. He was wanted for violating the conditions of his parole. Police say they negotiated with him for 2 hours until he finally surrendered peacefully. A Laurel County mother faces charges after police say she used her young son to help her shoplift. Deputies arrested 28-year-old Casey King Friday night at the Walmart near Corbin. Investigators tell us employees saw King use her 6-year-old to hide items. King is charged with theft and endangering the welfare of a minor. Another family member is now taking care of her son.
A teenager is recovering this morning after rescue crews say he fell more than 20 feet off of a cliff. Volunteers say the hiker was climbing near Pilot Knob in Powell County when he fell. Multiple agencies had to come to help with the rescue. Volunteers say it was one of the most challenging rescues they have ever performed. One member of the team made a huge difference by bringing a suction unit to the crew.
He ran back down, got a suction unit, ran back up the hill, past us to the top to get the suction unit to this guy, and it kept this guy's lungs clear, and he kept breathing the way down. So it was he's a hero, very humble man, very kind man, a hero.
The teenager went to the hospital with several injuries, including head trauma.
Danville police are still searching for a man who robbed a hotel this weekend. The suspect walked into the Comfort Suites on Belle Ali Drive just before 6:30 yesterday morning. Police say the suspect showed a handgun and demanded cash. They say before he was able to take any money from the clerk, he took off on foot. Police describe the suspect as a white male wearing a blue bandana over his face with dark pants and a dark sweatshirt.
We have an update on a story we've been following out of Laurel County. The family of Chris Gilbert, the man diagnosed with Legionnaire's disease 2 weeks ago, says he is now being treated at UK Hospital. Gilbert's father tells us crews airlifted him there last Wednesday. He's still breathing with the help of a ventilator, but his father says he is starting to hold oxygen on his own.
Tire seller Michelin is issuing a recall. More than 100,000 BF Goodrich tires used for light trucks and recreational vehicles are being recalled. The company says the sidewalls can rupture under severe use conditions. The tires are made in 2014 and 2015. Michelin says it will start sending letters out this week to affected customers. It says there have been no injuries or deaths reported to the problem.
A Kentucky grandmother made an appearance at MTV's Video Music Awards. 87-year-old Helen Van Winkle, known as Baddie, lived in Madison County for 50 years. Her outrageous style caught the attention of many in the music industry. Her fashion sense earned her a trip to one of the most popular music award shows.
I have a lot of friends in Richmond that they're amazed and they support me fully. But you know, and all those college kids, you know, the EKU, they all know me. I've had numerous pictures made with them.
Winkle recently moved to Knoxville, Tennessee. We'll have more on the VMAs coming up in our next half hour. She is something else, you might say.
I like her style. I wonder what she really thinks of the VMAs.
Well, she has a great time, apparently.
Yeah.
WKYT This Morning is just getting started.
An Alaskan mountain will be getting a name change later this week. We'll tell you about the president's plans for Mount McKinley in just 5 minutes.
And a loss for Netflix means a big gain for Hulu. We'll tell you some popular movies that are headed from one streaming service to the other. That's coming up in just a little bit in your consumer news.
We're looking over toward the East Coast because that's where the rain is. Now, how will this affect our forecast as we head throughout the next few days? I'll have that coming up next.